So Barb, I wanted to chat with you about 2021. It was amazing, and we had some really interesting experiences, some new ones for us too. Like our clients that chose to do the renovation loan. There was a lot that we learned through that process.
There is.
And
I was very nervous about it because I didn't know enough about it to feel confident going in. And what all do I have to do as far as getting contractors and all of this and scheduling them, and it was really so easy.
Yeah, and thinking too about all the ins and outs of the loan, like what do we need to tell our clients to help them feel comfortable going that route? Because it's very different from a traditional route of looking for that move-in ready home. So, but talk about that process, about how you got there. Obviously you're showing them homes for a while, maybe making some offers. What was that like?
It was, well, for the buyer, both of these were first-time home buyers. So for them, it was hard, and it was hard on me too.
Yeah.
On one of them, I showed them 22 homes.
Wow.
They were both getting to the point where they were getting discouraged because they were losing out on offers.
Yes.
And so we found, in one case, we found this home that, for whatever reason, it did need a lot of updates, it did need a lot of work, and no one else offered on it.
Okay.
And so, I went to Jennifer, and she helped us with knowing how to move forward. And like I said, it was just such an easy process.
Yeah.
And I think that the buyers were really happy too.
Yeah.
And the second one, you had the seller, which was awesome. So we could work together.
Yeah.
And I had the buyer, and then again too, they were very discouraged at the point where you said, "Hey, I've got this house," and it all worked out really well.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. I want to talk a little bit about that perspective. When I met with those clients about selling their home, there's obviously a lot of work that needs to be done to make it move-in ready, or that beautiful product that buyers are overbidding for. And unfortunately, my clients were just not in a position to spend the time or the money in doing that. So I had the opposite perspective. I got to thinking about what the most likely buyer looked like for that home, and the renovation loan came to mind. So when I knew that you were working with buyers that were using that product, it was a natural first step to talk to you about who might you have for that property, And so for me, consulting the sellers, it was nice to be able to add in an option outside of, let's see what investor might be interested in this property, and really get involved with an owner-occupant who's going to love that home, and it's going to be something that they cherish for years to come. It's a win-win. My clients ended up with a better price than an investor would have offered, and your clients got a home, and they're going to make it exactly what they want. And this program allows them to do that with really, really very little effort from us or from them. The lender really takes care of that
and
process.
in both cases, they're going to come away with a higher equity in the home because it's appraised higher than, after they had the renovation done.
Yes.
And it just worked out so well for both of us.
Yeah.
And them.
Yeah. And so in terms of like what our clients have actually had to go through, they didn't get to move into their houses right away. So they did have to make arrangements to still have a place to live while the renovation process took place. That's probably not true of every one of these types of transactions, right? Sometimes it's just a matter of putting a new roof on the house, or doing some mechanicals, and you can certainly move into a home when that's going on. But in these two cases, they were doing some pretty extensive interior renovations, so they did need to find some temporary housing.
So in one case, they didn't have to be out of their apartment right away, so it worked out really well. That was the one that the offer on your property, and then the other one, they moved into their parents' basement. So they had a place to go, and usually people can work it out.
Yeah. Well, and especially for the value of creating another option for themselves, which in the long run turns out to be the best option, because as you mentioned, they have instant equity, whereas people who are overbidding, even though we're in an increasing market, they're not going to see that equity for some time. So this is a really great option for them. It's always fun to look back on the year and see what challenges we experienced and how we overcame them. And in this situation, I really appreciated expanding our knowledge and being able to bring more options to our clients in this ever-changing market. So it's been a lot of fun.
So now we feel like, we are experts in this area. So any buyers out there that that would like to explore this renovation process, please contact either myself or Amber.